All right, everybody. Hyundai has taken off the wraps of their new Hyundai Ioniq 5, and it's going to be their new mid-size CUV. But honestly, it looks more like a hatchback. But they promised a lot of features and a lot of stuff with this vehicle, and I'm pretty pumped about it, to be honest. I'm kind of digging it. But let's take a look here. So from the exterior, it's more of a hatchback profile. It's going to be a little longer than something like a Tucson, wider than something like a Tucson, but shorter than cars like, let's say, a Sonata. From the front, we get this nice DRL headlights, in a U shape. I like the black of the grille and how it contrasts the headlights and the rest of the body color of the car. And then moving to the side, we have these rims. They're kind of pretty unique. It's kind of like a vortex, the black is in the center, and then the rest of the rim, has like a spiral shape to it. If you take a look at the side of the vehicle, we have some looks like metal cladding. It's not going to be plastic like you see in the Mazda CX-3. We got similar triangular lines like we see in the new Tucson and also the Elantra. And I think the overall side profile looks really good. It looks like a kind of like an Audi A3, and that's a pretty good thing. I love it. At the back of the car, we have a little bit of a lip spoiler right there. We have these digital LED taillights. I really love how they look. The car has like this retro futuristic kind of vibe to it. I think Hyundai really nailed it. At the bottom, we have no exhaust pipes because of course it's electric, but the bumper has a unique little design to it. This little red at the bottom. I'm not sure what that is. If that's like taillights or just the extra taillights, reflectors, or if it's just like a design to the vehicle. But either way, if it's non-functional, I wish they could have just taken it off and made it more cleaner. But if it's functional, it's there. It's fine. It doesn't really add or subtract for me. But that's really the exterior design. Now, when we're moving to the interior, this just builds on the design that Hyundai and Kia have been putting into their vehicles. And I think it looks pretty good in this electric form. So we got two 12.3 digital instrument clusters. Of course, they're probably going to have their Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and stuff like that. The steering wheel has more of a Genesis GV80 design to it. I think it looks pretty good, really classy. The rest of the car doesn't seem to have any woods or really premium materials, so I think this will keep the car a little bit cheaper, so that other people can get into the vehicle. It's not cheap, is what I'm saying, but it's not like anything really expensive out of a luxury vehicle. This looks like it's going to be more of a commoner vehicle that everyone can own. Now moving down to the center console, we got some vents. Below that, we have some buttons that's probably going to control the infotainment screen. Below that, we probably have some AC vents and stuff like that. And right below it, we got this center console. And what Hyundai has been talking about is like this idea of a living space with this vehicle. So the center console is going to move up and down in the vehicle. So when you're like stopped, filling up for electricity, you can use it as a table, something like that. And because the floor is flat, it uses that skateboard platform and allows the center console to be moved up and down. The front seats are also going to be reclinable and incorporate footrest, kind of like a reclining ottoman, a reclining chair. So the idea is supposed to be relaxation when you are stopped refueling your vehicle. Unlike a Tesla, which is going to be like a Tesla integrates you into the technology, into the software, incorporating games and stuff like that for when you are filling up. You know what I mean? And the good thing about this here also that continues with this living space is that they incorporated household chargers, AC adapters, and stuff like that, so you can use laptops, electric scooters, stuff like that when you are stopped. And this interior is made of eco-friendly material, such as It's going to be like recycled bottles, plant-based materials, wools, yarns, stuff like that. I kind of like this idea of the living space, in my opinion. You know those days where you come home from school or work and you don't want to go inside your house and deal with like people in your house and stuff like that. And you just want to sit in your car and just listen to your music or just think about life or whatever. This interior is going to be perfect for those type of people. The only thing the flaw I really see in this interior is the vent placement. There doesn't seem to be a vent for the driver's side. It's going to be mostly the passenger in the middle vent and then the passenger vent. But it probably isn't a big deal. But let's get into the performance of this vehicle. So this is going to be on their new electric global platform, EGMP. It's going to have two battery pack options, a 58 kilowatt hour or 72.6 kilowatt hour layouts, and it's going to be rear wheel drive, and then and the bigger option is going to be all wheel drive. So each of these will top at about 150 miles per hour, but the rear wheel drive configuration is 215 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, and it'll be 0 to 60 in 7.4 seconds. The all-wheel drive version is going to be about 315 horsepower and 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, along with 446 pound-feet of torque. So Hyundai has some of the same type of advanced architecture as the Audi E-Tron GT or the Porsche Taycan, because you have 800 volts of operating. And what does this mean for you? So that means you can get charged from 5 to 80% in 18 minutes when plugged into a 350 kilowatt hour charger. So this kind of fast charging makes road trips more possible for people in electric cars, because 18 minutes from 5% to 80%, like you can go eat, take a piss, watch a movie for 18 minutes, relax in the car. So it's not really far-fetched to go on a road trip compared to something like the new Chevy Volt, which only has supports up to 50 kilowatt hours of fast charging. It's not very good. So Car and Driver is saying that this car will have an estimated driving range of somewhere around 258 to 290 miles, which is pretty decent for a lot of people. But one of the technology features that Hyundai has been talking about is the augmented heads-up display that turns the windshield into a heads-up display screen, basically. So you know how Mercedes has the augmented reality where it displays images from the road to the infotainment screen? Hyundai's taking it up to another level where they're displaying images and information not on the infotainment screen but on the actual windshield itself, and that's pretty crazy. What I'm wondering is how they'll make it safe for drivers and not distracting, but I can't wait to see it. It's going to be pretty interesting. So this also has the next advancement of Honda's SmartSense driver safety system, and it's going to include highway driving assist 2, and it's going to include other things like forward collision avoidance assist, blind spot monitoring, intelligent speed limit assist, driver attention warning, high beam assist, and more. But let's focus on highway driver assist 2. So this is designed for highways, of course, and it combines an adaptive cruise control, stop and go capacity as well. It combines with a GPS capacity as well, and it basically is supposed to act like your level 2 autonomous driving features and reduce driving fatigue, which is pretty good. So in all, I think this vehicle is very promising. It has it has about the same amount of charm as something like the Honda E, except you can actually use this on a daily basis, and it's not worse than its competitors. I think when it goes on sale, it'll be at least $45,000 to start, because the Hyundai Kona electric is $40,000, and I think this is a next tier up from that. I love the styling of this vehicle. It looks really good. The interior looks really good. I like how their different approaches to what charging means for the consumer. And I think the performance, especially the all-wheel drive model, will be pretty good for a lot of people. And the range will be more than adequate for day-to-day driving. So in all, I think Hyundai did a really good job here. I can't wait to actually see this on the market, and hopefully I'll get a chance to actually drive this vehicle as well. If you want to see more of my videos, please like and subscribe it. Any support helps at all. And also comment what you think of the vehicle below, and I'll be reading and responding to all your comments down below. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.